Good morning, all. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay. So I can see most of you got good marks in your class test, but only one student pointed out the mistake. There was like one question for binary search complexity, then there was another question who was case of binary search complexity. And that question was wrong. Where I asked worst case for the binary class classification because both of those questions are same. But the main question was what is the space complexity of binary search and answer was ON. So I don't know how some of you got 30 out of 30. So yeah, care to explain why you would think worst case of binary search is ON? Who gave ON answer? Anyone? You can write in the chat. Okay. Okay, ভুল হয়েছে যদি correct হয়। Question was wrong. That answer was ON, but question supposed to be the space complexity, and so it's kind of two questions, same questions. One question was complexity, and another question was worst case. Both case it will be just O log n. Got it? Then Deepa asked another question about your postfix expression. Is my network like okay? I asked you guys who gave the answer ON when the question was worst case complexity of binary search. Abdullah got 30. Huh? I got 30 now. Oh, no, not 30. I didn't release the marks. But you guys already know the marks, I guess. Shivamati got 30. Yogesh, Tipu got 30 out of 30. Neeraj got 30 out of 30. Okay, 3. So I assume unlock 5.0. So are you going to watch movie or what? मेरे यूनिवर्सिटी भी खोल लेना चाहिए ना. It's too hard to take class like this. No idea. So the question to you three, Ritu, Yogesh, and or maybe you just thought the worst case complexity is ON. There's another question asked by Deepa. It was her confusion regarding your postfix notation. So her question was in the first question for the postfix one, her answer was different because she followed the left associativity rule. Now I want to say that in some books they follow both associativity rule and precedence, and in some books they just follow the Bodmas rule. So according to the Bodmas rule, division will have higher priority than your multiplication. That's why division will come first if in your expression both multiplication and division is there. Okay, but in some books they consider that division and multiplication has same precedence, and in that case we will just follow the left associativity. Okay, in most of the cases like expression parsing they just consider it's same. Okay, division and multiplication has same priority or precedence, but in some books they just follow the BODMAS, so it can be confusing. So if there is no brackets, then I would suggest you just give the brackets according to the BODMAS rule before converting it into postfix notation. Number of element in array is, so we have to take space complexity O(n). Yes, space complexity is O(n) for binary search. But the question was the worst case complexity of binary search, and answer was O(n). Means correct answer was O(n) for the quiz, which is wrong because search complexity is log n, not n log n, it's just log n. Yeah, both average case and yes, correct. It's O log n is the binary case complexity. Okay, so in both worst and average case, binary search is log n. But in quiz, the correct answer was chosen ON, which is wrong because question was supposed to be like for the space complexity. Okay, so I'll just start. Our next topic is our new student here, Ganga Nitul Das. Nitul Das, new student, right? Okay, Nitul, can you just say something about you, like give your little short intro, where are you from and all? You can, if you can just unmute yourself and say, or you can just write in the chat box. Hi, hi Nitul. So, where are you from? Yeah, I heard you had some issues at home. I guess your mentor also called you. I asked her to call you because, okay, Nurmati Guwahati, not so far from here. Okay, you are lateral lengthening, right? Yeah, there's some problem was going on. Yeah, because after you join our, yeah. So before that, where you did your diploma, Punjab board. Okay, okay. So Is it in Guwahati or you went to Punjab? Went to Punjab. I stayed in hostel there for 3 years. Okay, okay. So you are back from Punjab. Okay, I just want to say that actually for the third sem classes are already like going on since 24th of August. So I'm not sure about other classes. I guess most of the classes have already covered their first unit at least. So, but you already have some knowledge about these previous subjects, I hope.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, my microphone was off in laptop. That's why some problem was going
Okay, okay, okay. So,
on.
yeah, I just want to tell it's pretty late actually. I would say very late, but yeah, means
Yeah,
we have to work
yeah,
hard to cope up of all those subjects and
yeah.
yeah,
I'll check all the PDFs, ma'am, in the group.
okay. And other subjects should be same as well. Means
Yes, ma'am.
and I guess your not your means our seer already shared the YouTube link and all, so you can see all those classes for all subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the faculty just upload there, or if not, because some faculty just make their videos unlisted. So in that case, you can just go to the ERP and the link will be there. Even if it's unlisted video, you cannot directly see in the YouTube channel, but you will get the link in your ERP. I guess you can access your ERP by now.
ERP means I don't understand, ma'am. Like WhatsApp group or what?
No, ERP is our LMS system. Okay, so in ERP, what happens? You have a login ID and you will have a password. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a portal. So all the details about exam and class routine, all the information regarding our university will be in that portal only. Sometimes we
Okay, okay.
have assignments there,
I
there, then
understand.
all your marks, mark sheets, everything will be there. So see, I
Mm-hmm.
gave him okay, you just show him how our ERP portal works. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Dular, इसको समझा देना. Okay, so for the data structure, uh, have you got your syllabus and class schedule and all?
Yes, ma'am. I have seen the class schedule.
Okay.
And syllabus, I have not checked in detail, but I've just seen it.
It's fine. You don't need to go like for all the topics in one go. It means at least if you have the syllabus, then it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, so
ma'am.
this class is for the data structure and algorithm. So actually, we have already covered 2 units. Today, I want to start third unit, module 3, which is the linked list. So we already had a class test. All of them just appeared in a class test.
Mm.
It's fine
Yeah.
for you because you just got admission here, and there's another new student. He is not present here today. So yeah, both of you are new here. So yeah, you have to like cooperate with your classmates to get to know everything. Okay.
Like, ma'am, about the test also, I was not I was not being able to be active
Yeah,
in WhatsApp and all that. That's
it,
why the test also I got like I knew about it later. That's why.
it's fine.
Sorry, ma'am.
I can consider both new joinees. for this class test, but your sessional exam will start from maybe second week of October. So before
Mhm.
that, yeah, you have to just go through all the subjects.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay,
Second week, that's like 2 weeks from now.
weeks from now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, you just have to be a bit clearer. But I guess you already got this subject before. You have this subject, right?
Like some of the subjects I had in diploma, I have some, but uh, biology and maths, I'll have some problem, but in others, I'll catch up. Like
Okay, okay, okay. Have you read this subject before, data structure and algorithm?
some of them I've read, like C and C++. I've learned some,
Those are,
but not that much.
yeah, okay, 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 okay. So I guess I just start my class now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay, sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so today we will just start our new. Wait, let me just open it up. Start the third module, which is the linked list. Let me just share the screen. Okay, so we will start our new subject, which is linked list. New topic. It's a different data structure. So far we have studied about, say, we have studied about what? What are the data structures we have already discussed? I'm asking you guys. So what are the data structures we have discussed already? Who wants to tell? Stack queue. Yes, correct. So we have already discussed about stack and queue. Then array, you guys have already learned about array in second semester. So now it's linked list. Linked list is the second most popular data structure after array. Okay, but linked list is different from array in terms of its data holding things and the structure. So linked list is also a collection of objects or data. Data can be your number, string, or any type of data, and these are linked by a pointer. And each of these objects are known as nodes. Okay, so what happens in array? Array is a contiguous data structure. That means it stores everything in a sequential manner, one after one. But in case of linked lists, these are not contiguously arranged. They have certain pointers, and each of the nodes contain two fields. One field is for your data, and other is has the address of the next pointer. Okay. Apart from your nodes, it has two different types of pointers. One is head and one is null. Okay, your head pointer points to the first node. So in a linked list you can identify the first node using the head pointer. Okay, your head pointer will always point to the first node. Then if you can see the null pointer, that means that's the end of your linked list. Your last node will be connected to your null pointer, and each of the node will have data. It can be number, string, anything, and also the address of the next node. Okay, so it just written as next means it has the address of the next node. So similarly, next node will also have data and the address of the next node. Okay, so it just contains the data and your address of the next node. So can you tell me what will be the advantage of this type of data structure? What can be the advantage? One is already written here. You can store it randomly in a memory. So these data structures or data you can just store randomly. Why? Because it's not contiguous, right? In array, just one after one. If you can store it randomly, that means what? It can reside anywhere in the memory, and you can just link up those nodes to make sure that the required memories are in order, means they are not lost. Okay, so it will help you to optimize the space of your memory. Become hard to find. Hard to find means I didn't get your what. Can you explain a bit? It become hard to find means if we search then it consumes time. Yes, correct. If data is not arranged, are you saying advantage or disadvantage? Disadvantage. Okay, disadvantage of what? Linked list or array? Linked list. Okay. Can you say the advantages? I have already written it. So the main advantage of your linked list will be that it provides dynamic memory allocation. Okay, that means what? In case of array or list, we need to define the size of the array beforehand, right? We cannot allocate any more memory during the runtime. But in case of linked list, we can just allocate memory during the runtime as well. So it provides dynamic memory allocation. It makes it possible. In linked list, data is not arranged, so it consumes more time if we search any item. Yes, that's correct. But there's another one I'll tell you later. First, see the advantage. So, other than the dynamic memory allocation, it's also used for implementation of stack and queues. So, uh, in this case, means in this chapter, we are going to see means in last classes for stack and queue, we checked how we implemented stack and queue with the help of array, right? So in this chapter, we will see that we can also implement stack and queue with the help of linked list. So there will be programs for that. We will put them in lab classes. So other than that, linked list actually reduce the access time. Okay, you can easily access your items in the linked list. Why? It reduces the access time because in a particular node, you also have the address of the next node. So it becomes easier to move from one node to another. So it reduces the access time to some extent. But the disadvantage will be that in this linked list, we have extra pointer that points to the address of the next pointer. So this extra pointer requires extra memory storage. Okay, we say that it's advantageous, it provides dynamic memory allocation, and we can also store the things randomly in a memory. But the thing is, it has extra pointer that address to point to the address of the next pointer. Therefore, it takes a little bit of extra storage just to store that pointer. Okay. Then again, we actually cannot access all the elements randomly. Means we have to go sequentially because in one node, um, we can see. Okay, I'll show you the diagram. Okay, it's already here. If you think about um, array, what happens if we want to access some uh, items in your array? We can just point out what we can do. We can just directly access the item by mentioning the index of the array. Suppose I want to access 33. Okay, so to access the 33, I can directly access this number by giving the index array 1. So if I write print array 1, that means it will show 33. Similarly, if I want to access the last item, then I can simply show that I print array 4. That means it will directly print the number that is stored in the location 4. Correct? But in case of linked list, it's going sequentially. We cannot directly access the elements in the middle. Okay, we have to go sequentially. First, we will go to the next node. This next node will have address to the next node, then again and go on. And suppose this will be the last node. So to access the last node, we have to go through all the nodes one by one, and then only we will get the last node. But in case of array, we can just directly access the last item from the array. Is it clear? Yeah. So we can say in array, it supports random access of items, and in case of linked list, it supports sequential access. That means what? time complexity of searching an item or accessing an item in case of array will be O1, correct? Just one step. We can just give the index and we will get the item. But in case of linked list, searching an item will take any time, just like Dular said, because we have to go sequentially. So accessing an item from linked list will take O n time. Okay, then one already mentioned like array allows you to store in a contiguous memory location, but here it's not contiguous. Means here in the structure you can see just one by one, those are just closely related to each other, but these are like separate nodes, and those are only connected to the pointers. These are not contiguously arranged. Then insertion and deletion is a bit faster in case of linked list. Okay, why? Can you tell me why it's easier to insert data or items in a linked list than array? Say, since it's a data structure, so the functions or operations will say we can insert items in a data structure. We can also delete it from it. Okay, because we can delete any item from any position. Correct. In case of linked list, we can insert and delete item anywhere at any position. It can be from the front, it can be at the end, or it can be from the middle. What we need to do, we just need to just cut the link. If you want to delete the item, you just need to cut the link. Then you can just add the item. Okay, if you want to add in a front, you can just directly, but stack and queue we don't have the option. Yes, correct, in stack and queue, because by far we have seen that stack and queue we are implementing with the help of array. Okay, but if we implement stack and queue using linked list, the thing will be different. So remember, this type of data structure are special. We can implement it with various types. Like in priority queue, I told you can implement a priority queue with the help of sorted array, unsorted array, or heap, and all. So all of this data structure you can represent using other data structure, and based on that the functions will be different. But yes, in general stack and queue we don't have that option because it's like sequential, one by one. In stack, the data structure, of course, you cannot just delete from the middle and all. Okay, stack and queue does not allow to delete an item from the middle. Okay, even in array it does not allow you to insert or delete an item from the middle, because it has a certain way, means it will take time, because if these memories are fixed location and these are consecutive, whenever you will delete an item from the front, for example, then you will keep shifting the elements. But here it's different. You can just cut the link, you can delete the item. If you want to insert the node, you just select the position where you want it and link it up. So insertion and deletion operation is faster in linked list than array. Okay. Then since it's a dynamic memory allocation, I already mentioned, and your array is static memory allocation. During the runtime, we cannot allocate any memory in case of array. So if we want large array and we are not sure what how much memory it's going to take, so we just make sure that array has enough space to hold up all the future items. Okay, so because it does not allow you to add items in the middle, means dynamic memory allocation is not possible. But in case of linked list, we no need to specify the size of the linked list. Okay, It allows dynamic memory allocation. So if your program is running and suddenly you want some more space, you can just add during the runtime. Okay, no need to specify the size of the linked list. Okay, and in array, we have like single dimensional array or two dimensional or multi-dimensional array, right? In array single dimension you already know, like this one. Then two dimensional array we normally use for the matrix, right? Then there are multi-dimensional as well. Then in case of linked list we have again three types, like your singly linked list, doubly linked list, and circular linked list. We will know about those things in later classes. I'm just giving overview. So in case of linked list also we have three types. Okay. Then other things you want to add, what will be that, like what's not in array but in linked list. If you see the items or elements in an array, they are like independent one. They are not depending on the other other elements in the array. But in case of linked list, they have a certain connections. Okay, they ma'am, I have not get the point. After linked list, have three part. Not three part. I say three types. Three types of linked list are there. Those types I'll show in next classes. Okay, no need to worry. Like in queue, we have different types of queues: linear queue, priority queue, double-ended queue, circular queue, right? So in case of linked list also we have different types, like singly linked list. Singly linked list is just the linear one, the normal one here you can see. Then we have doubly linked list. Doubly linked list is your like double-ended queue. That means the pointers will be in both ways. Okay, I'm just giving you the overview. And the circular one will be again the last node will be connected to the first one. So this will also have different types just like this. So linked list application, what can be the application of linked list? Yeah, it allows dynamic memory allocation. So most of the times OS and all they use linked list for dynamic memory allocation, and we can also implement stack, queue, then hash tables, graph using linked list. Similarly, in software they use the undo thing using the linked list. Okay, so no one is saying, last time I said undo we can do with the help of stack. Now I'm saying undo we can do it using linked list. Why? Anyone wants to answer? This function, I guess last time I told you that we use stack to do this undo function of the software. Now here I'm mentioning linked list is used to do this undo functionality. So I guess everyone understood. No one thought about that, or we just skip that point, or you already understood why. Anyone wants to say why? Uninstalling some software removes stack either. Ah, you said you don't understand the undo operation in stack. This is you need to sing uninstalling some software removes all the files, find the files from Linux. Yes. Okay. Dipashri said you didn't understand the undo application of stack either. Okay, what happens in undo, Deepa? You remember how your stack data structure works, like how you can add and remove things? बोला मैम कभी कभी आपका आवाज फंस जाता है इसलिए कुछ सुनाई नहीं देता। ओह अच्छा, वो नेटवर्क के लिए अनडू मीन्स बैक वाले जो हम क्रोम में यूज करते हैं। यस, सी इन केस ऑफ stack, what happens in undo button, Dipashri? Okay, suppose in this slide I am adding something. Now I'm adding here something. Now I am doing undo. What's happened? It's going back, right? There is no more error. That's your undo. What happens in your stack? Okay, let's type some more things. Okay, so I have added 3 items. Just think this is a stack. So I am adding 3 things in my list. Now I'm doing undo. Okay, what's happening here? What just happened, Deepa? Can you see how stack use for undo now after this visualization? Yes. So you can say the things we write freshly, like here I'm adding an item and I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm just doing it back. So the thing that ended in the list that will go first. Again, it will move to the previous step using undo. Yes, so the fashion is what? Last in, first out. Remove the latest item in the stack. So using stack is the simplest one. Why? Because stack only cares about the top element. Whatever is in the top, that will be removed first. So whenever we do undo, the top things get removed, the next top things comes in front. So in this case, I'm writing here. So you can see the inverted. This is your top element and these are your next element. So if I undo this thing, so the top element got removed. That's the stack, correct? So now I'm saying using linked list also we can do this. Why? Ultimately we can implement the stack with the help of linked list as well. So the data, how data are organized is the way it's just a stack. Just that we can implement stack with the help of linked list. So I can also say linked list can be used for undo functionality of the software. But the way the things are arranged, that's mainly the way stack stores its data. Last in, first out. I'm adding items, then if I want just the previous thingy, I'll just do undo button, it will go to the previous position. Correct? Is it clear? Yeah. We remove the latest item in the stack. That means the last in, first out. Is it clear to you, Deepa? How stack helps? in implementing Undo. Okay. Yes. Good. Okay, this meeting is going to end. I'll see you in the next class. And stop sharing. Okay, everyone is present today. One is missing. 20. Okay, very good. Nipul, you raised your hand. You want to ask something? Okay, I guess you guys need to rush to your next class, so I'm just ending here. Okay, you can ask in the lab class as well. Okay, ending the meeting. Bye. Thank you.